Don. Name's Don. And I like James Bond. It's iced tea. Hey, welcome to So Awkward. It's me, Don. A couple months ago, I did a video where I ranked all of the James Bond films from least favorite to most favorite, and it was a lot of fun, and it was popular as far as So Awkward standards go, and it just made me remember how much I love James Bond and how much I love talking about James Bond. So I figured I'd do some more. Today I'm going to rank the James Bond theme songs from least favorite to most favorite. Let me say I'm not a music critic, I'm not a musician, so I didn't use anything more scientific than just my own opinion. I mean, I tried to think about historical perspective, impact on the series and maybe overall pop culture, and how well the song fit the film and the series as a whole. But really I just went with what I liked, or what I have fond memories of. And I'd say I feel pretty confident about the bottom 5 being the worst and the top 5 being the best. But in the middle is going to be a bit of a gray area. Like, how do you really rank the 15th or 16th or 17th best James Bond theme? In the middle, they're all kind of the same. Also, Dr. No and From Russia with Love don't really have traditional Bond theme songs. They just have like the basic instrumental opening, so they're not on the list. And I am also including Never Say Never Again, because it was on my other list. I consider it a James Bond film, and the theme song is pretty good. Don't worry, it's not number 1, but it's on there somewhere. I don't remember where. Anyway, let's get right to it. Number 22, Die Another Day by Madonna. This is really the only one that I'd say is a bad song. Madonna seems like an inspired choice, especially since she was in the film itself. She had a little cameo, I guess you'd call it. A lot of people complain about it. I didn't think she was that bad. She looks really beautiful, and she's no worse an actress than most Bond girls are. But the song was taken when she was in her weird techno Eurotrash phase. You know, when she, in all of her interviews, you know, she had that fake British accent. Remember that? If they had asked Madonna to do a song in the mid-'80s, it would have been classic, but this one just doesn't work. Especially considering how the intro is really weird, and it shows James Bond being tortured in a Korean prison where he's repeatedly waterboarded and drowned and stung by scorpions, and then given antidote and then stung by scorpions again, which is really off-putting, especially considering that terrible Madonna techno song. Doesn't work for me. Number 21, Tomorrow Never Dies by Sheryl Crow. Sheryl Crow's probably a really good singer. I don't know. I know all she wants to do is have some fun, but I just find this song not very fun. It's not bad so much as it's just boring. Does nothing for me. Number 20, For Your Eyes Only by Sheena Easton. Again, this isn't a bad song. Sheena Easton's probably a really good singer too. She's got a nice voice. It's just bland and boring. Although it's notable maybe because it's the first time the singer of the theme song appears in the intro singing the song. Is that interesting? It's really not. Number 19, Moonraker by Shirley Bassey. Number 18, You Only Live Twice by Nancy Sinatra. Nothing much to say about this one. I'm surprised it's this high, to be perfectly honest. Moonraker's probably better. Number 17, The World Is Not Enough by Garbage. A lot of people like this one, and that's fine, but I hardly even remember it. I hardly remember Garbage at all. Were they British? Are they American? I don't know. Are they still around? I don't care. Number 16, Never Say Never Again by Lani Hall. I think this is a catchy song. People don't like this movie. People probably don't like this song, if they even remember this song. I remember seeing this movie when I was a kid, and the theme song has been stuck in my head ever since. I think it's catchy. I like it. Number 15, Man with the Golden Gun by Lulu. Remember Lulu? Sidney Poitier would have been a pretty good James Bond. Anyway, I really like this song on an instrumental level. I'm not a huge fan of Lulu's vocals, but I do think it's a bouncy, fun, jazzy song, and it fits the film really well. A lot of people think that the James Bond producers just contact the singer and say, write us a song. But what they really do, in many cases, is they petition a few people, and then they get a bunch of songs in, and then they pick whichever one they like best or think fits the film the best. And an alternate theme song that was written for Man with the Golden Gun was by Alice Cooper, which you can find if you just search for it on YouTube. I like it better than the Lulu version. I'm not sure if it would fit the film better, but I think it's a really cool song and you should check it out. Alice Cooper doing a James Bond song. What Could Have Been. Number 14, Diamonds Are Forever by Shirley Bassey. Again, it's another Shirley Bassey James Bond song. It's a pretty good one. Number 13, Another Way to Die by Jack White and Alicia Keys. People hate this song. And I'll admit, the first time I heard it, I found it jarring. Jack White and Alicia Keys don't necessarily harmonize well together, their voices. But the more I heard it, the more I think it's really catchy. I think it's really well produced, it's well written. I'm a huge Jack White fan. I don't know much about Alicia Keys. She's a beautiful woman with a nice voice. There are notes here and there that are like motifs from other James Bond songs. That's kind of fun. I just think it's catchy, and I think it's a really interesting, different take, and yet still faithful to the series. I would, however, be interested in hearing Alicia Keys do it solo, not as a duet. I think it maybe would have worked better, but as it is, I like it better than most people. I like it a lot, in fact. I like that movie too. Number 12, All Time High by Rita Coolidge. This is the theme song to Octopussy. You can't blame them for calling it All Time High instead of Octopussy. How do you sing a song about Octopussy? Maybe Alice Cooper could have done that. I don't know about Rita Coolidge. But anyway, this is a really pretty song. I like it. Nothing really more to say about it than that. Number 11, Thunderball by Tom Jones. This is the point in the list where the songs start to get really good. Like, I really like Thunderball. Tom Jones knocks it out of the park. Not a great film. I don't really like Thunderball, but I love this song. Especially that last note at the end. You gotta check out that last note. It's pretty epic. Shaken, not stirred. Getting into the top 10. Starting off with You Know My Name by Chris Cornell. I remember when they first announced that Chris Cornell was doing the theme song to this rebooted James Bond series, the first one with Daniel Craig. I remember thinking that was a really odd choice. Not a bad choice, just odd. I don't even know if he was that popular at the time, but I guess he was as popular as Rita Coolidge, whoever that is. A lot of these songs, if you hear it, you think that sounds like a James Bond theme. But this one doesn't. This one just sounds like a Chris Cornell song. But it's pretty great. It's a really fun rock song that really fit the tone of this new Daniel Craig era. Number 9, We Have All the Time in the World by Louis Armstrong, which is not technically the theme song to On Her Majesty's Secret Service, the George Lazenby solo outing as James Bond. The actual intro is just an instrumental song. Because how are you going to have a song called On Her Majesty's Secret Service? That's even worse than Octopussy. Or it's more awkward, anyway, than Octopussy. Nothing is worse than Octopussy. This one comes in pretty late, or midway through the film. It's this montage where James Bond and the Countess start to court and fall in love. I don't want to spoil anything. But it's a beautiful song, and Louis Armstrong does an amazing vocal on it. And just knowing how the story progresses and ends, it's just a really poignant song. And the final line in the film, I believe, is a callback to the title of this song. Number 8, Nobody Does It Better by Carly Simon, which is the theme song to The Spy Who Loved Me. Which I don't know why they didn't call the song The Spy Who Loved Me, because that's a great title, and it would have been a great lyric in a song. In fact, they do say The Spy Who Loved Me in this song. This is one of the only James Bond songs that you hear on the radio. You never hear Goldfinger or Moonraker, but you hear Nobody Does It Better all the time. It's transcended the film. Number 7, GoldenEye by Tina Turner. I can't believe it took them that long to get Tina Turner to do a theme song. This was the first Pierce Brosnan film, which came out, I don't know, 1995, 6, sometime in the mid-90s. Anyway, it was worth the wait. I love this song. Tina Turner is a great singer, one of the all-time best, and she really knocked it out of the park. Number 6, The Living Daylights by a-ha. This is another one that I bet people are surprised I put as high as I did. Nobody ever talks about this song. Why would they? Nobody ever talks about a-ha. I just think it's a really cool song. I think the lead singer has got a great voice, whoever he is. I think he's, what is he, Swedish? Are they Norwegian? I have no idea. Number 5, Skyfall by Adele. I've already gone on record several times to say that I'm not a huge fan of Skyfall. I think it's an okay film. I think it's a James Bond film, so I like it. But it's not among my favorites. I find it kind of boring and pretentious. But this is a phenomenal song. I remember when they announced that Adele was going to do the theme song, and it was just one of the things where it was like, yeah, of course. Like, that's the perfect choice. At that time, she was the biggest star in the world. She's British, I believe. And she's just got that kind of Shirley Bassey-esque poppy but jazzy style to her. And it worked out perfectly. This is a fantastic song. Number 4, Goldfinger by Shirley Bassey. Most people probably would put this as number 1. It's iconic, it's beloved, it's the most popular, but I don't know. I guess I just like a few better. But this is a brilliant song, well written, well sung, Shirley Bassey's best. Everybody knows this song, everybody likes this song. I'm no different. I'm just not a huge jazz fan, but this is a wonderful song. Number 3, License to Kill by Gladys Knight. Again, like Tina Turner, I can't believe they waited that long to get Gladys Knight to do a Bond song. But again, it was worth the wait. I love this song, which surprises me because I just said I'm not huge into jazzy stuff or R&B. I like rock, but I could listen to this song all day. I think it's beautiful. I think she did a really great job, Gladys Knight. I don't know if the Pips are involved, but yeah, great song. Number 2, Live and Let Die by Paul McCartney and Wings. I believe that's how they're referred to, Paul McCartney and Wings. But it's Paul McCartney and Wings. You know, the band he did after the Beatles. Love this song. It's classic rock. It's classic James Bond. It's exciting, it's fun. This was for the first Roger Moore film. So it ushered in, I think it was maybe the first rock song for the series. I'd have to think about that. But it definitely fit the, I don't want to call Live and Let Die gritty, because it's not at all, but I think they tried to be gritty. And it just fit, and it was a more urban James Bond film. By that I mean it had black people in it. So they had the whitest man on the planet do the theme song. But number 1, if you've been following along, you already know what it is. but it's A View to a Kill by Duran Duran. I know, it should be Goldfinger. It should be Live and Let Die, but I love this song. I remember the video where they're, it's the scene where James Bond and Grace Jones are running up the Eiffel Tower, but they put Duran Duran into the film with they were shooting at James Bond, and at the end, the lead singer of Duran Duran looks at the camera and he says, "Bond, Simon Le Bon." It's still funny. Still, it's so stupid, it's funny. In fact, I ripped that off for the intro of this stupid James Bond video. But anyway, there you have it. Duran Duran, A View to a Kill is my pick as at least my favorite James Bond theme song, and I have no regrets about it. I stand by it. I love it. I might go listen to it right now. Anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on my list, or what's your particular list. What's your favorite James Bond theme song? What's your least favorite James Bond theme song? Who do you think should do the theme song for the next one? That's a whole other video. I don't have to think about that one. I don't know. You could probably just have Adele do it again. That'd be fine. Is Gladys Knight still alive? I don't know. Somebody Google it and let me know. Anyway, I'll see you next time on So Awkward. Bye. This is how James Bond dresses, right?